Example number 4 should be a little bit easier. Let's rewrite the equation. X squared plus 4y squared plus xx minus 8y plus 9 equals 0. First thing we do, just like parabolas, circles, is we move the constant to the right side and regroup the x's and your y's. So it would be x squared plus xx. We're going to complete the square on this one. Plus 4y squared minus 8y plus something is equal to 9. Well, we got a problem right over here. This 4 is just killing me. Notice also that in the general form, this is called the general form, that the leading coefficients of the x squared and the y squared are not the same. We know that if this values are not the same, then it's going to be an ellipse. Whereas previously, we stated that if they are the same, they're going to be circles. So definitely know that it's not going to be a circle. It's going to be an ellipse. What we have to do at this stage with the 4 is factor it out. So it's x squared plus 6x plus something, plus factor out the 4, you get y squared minus 2y plus something. Now we can complete the square. Equals 9 plus something plus 4 times something. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. I'll explain this a little bit later. But for now, we complete the square. Take this number, divide by 2 squared. That becomes 9. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Squared becomes 9. We're adding 9. Take the 2, negative 2, divided by 2, always divided by 2 squared, you get plus 1. We're actually adding 4 to the left side, so we have to add 4 to the right side. So you see how it's 4 times that? I wrote that in. A lot of you are going to make this mistake of not writing 4 times 1, so that's why I always preset this to 4 times something. Completing the square, we get x plus 3, 20 squared, plus 4 times y minus 1, 20 squared. It's going to be 18, plus 4 is going to be 22. Is that right so far? Let me just look at the example. Example number 2. No, it's example number 3. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. This should have been a minus 9 right there. This should have been minus 9. We were supposed to subtract 9 to both sides. These actually cancel. You end up with a 4. Okay. Sorry about that. We moved the 9 over. It should have been minus 9. So from here, remember we have to set it equal to 1 right here. So I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. Almost there. So the final standard form of the ellipse is going to be x plus 3 20 squared over 4 squared 4 plus y minus 1 20 squared over 1 is equal to 1. Notice these cancel and I put it over 1. That's my a value is 2. My b value is equal to square root of 1, which is just 1. My center point is opposite of the inside, so it's going to be negative 3 and 1. So negative 3 comma 1, there's my center point. I'm going to go 2 to the right and 2 to the left because it's under the x. So 2 to the right, 2 to the left. I'm going to go plus or minus down, plus or minus 1 in the y direction. Notice that it's under the y right here. That's how you remember that. That's going to be up and down 1 unit, and that's what this ellipse should look like. Okay. Next question is the last example, number 4. This one has a lot of information parts, so I'm going to do this kind of slow as I can. Okay. It says 4x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y minus 8 equals 0. So let's find the center, the vertices, and the foci of this ellipse right here. Notice that this is in general form. This is our big A, big B. Notice that these coefficients of our leading terms are not equal. We know that it's going to be an ellipse. So we do the same thing. We have to complete the squared first, move the 8 over, and complete the square. So let's try that. 4x squared, and then you have minus 8x plus y squared minus plus 4y is equal to 8. First thing I did was regroup them in the x's and the y's and move the constant over to the right side. Now I have to factor out this 4 right here from the x squared. It would be x squared minus 2x plus something plus y squared plus 4y plus something equals 8 plus 4 times something plus something. You can put times 1, but you really don't need that. So completing the squared, take this number, divide it by 2. Whoops, let me just put this right here. Completing the squared, divided by 2, we get 1. We're adding 1 here. And then take this number, divide by 2, which is 2 squared, becomes 4. We take the 4 out. The first factor becomes x minus, and then 2 divided by 2 is 1, excuse me, 2 divided by 2 is 1, squared plus, drop the y without the squared, plus, drop the plus, half of 4 is 2, squared is equal to, that's 8 plus 8 is going to be 16. And then we have to set it equal to 1. We're almost done with this. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to divide by 16 to both sides. 16 here, 16 here, and 16 here. Let me make sure I got that right. So I have x minus 1 quantity squared over 4. These cancel to 4 and 1 plus y plus 2 quantity squared over 16 is equal to 1. Almost there. Last part. This is our a value. I like to put this in the front just to make sure that where your a value is. Y plus 2 all over 16 squared plus x minus 1 quantity squared over 4 is equal to 1. That's our a value. A squared is equal to 16. A equals plus or minus 4. Our b squared equals 4. So b must be plus or minus 2. And where's your center point? It's going to be the